How's it going? Allan Tsao here. Welcome. What I have here in this box is an exciting new toy for the production team, the DJI Phantom 4 Pro. I've been toying around with the idea of getting one for a while, but it wasn't until my last video for Tilden, where I was using drone footage for the first time, that I realized I had to get me one of these. And yes, it does come in black. I'll post a link to that video below so you can check it out. In the world of film and video production, it's a game of angles, game of coverage, and it can really take your production to the next level if used tastefully. Now, I've actually never played with a drone before since I had an operator on the last shoot, so this is going to be a rather ceremonious experience as I set up and learn to take flight. I'll take you guys on a quick journey of our experience and a behind-the-scenes look of how we plan to shoot and incorporate the footage into a new video we have coming out. The last item we have, this is the box of manuals, but yeah, I don't think we'll need them. Step 1. First impressions was that this thing is a lot of fun. I've always wanted an RC aircraft, and this combined with my love of shooting really begs the question, why didn't I get this sooner? I also realized I needed some more batteries, like 3 more. It's about 30 minutes of flight time per battery, and given the number of shots I had planned for the upcoming weekend shoot, one just wasn't going to be enough. Okay, for a second there, we thought we lost a drone because we didn't know where it was flying to and it was kind of dark out. We thought it was in that direction, but it kind of flew back past us and we had to press the send home button for it to come home. During the week, I took it up in the air a few more times to get more nimble with the controls so we wouldn't be wasting precious battery life on any technical handicap come showtime. Alright, Saturday morning at like 5:30, we're walking into the farm colony again to do the pickup shoot, to grab some drone footage that we're gonna incorporate into the video piece and have my talent / crew with me as we make our way in. So we're outside here on the first location. As the characters in the video leave the building, we want to have this presence lurking in the background. I want to see if I can get the drone here and just kind of a little higher up, kind of watching. Can I see you guys do your action when you come out? I just want to see how it looks.
Oh man, dude, that shit was crazy.
And then we walk. I guess we'll try it. The first challenge we ran into, which I had not anticipated during our flight test, was maintaining the aircraft steady within a tight space.
Yeah, that was good.
P mode or position mode keeps it steady, but obstacle avoidance sensors wouldn't allow us to get that close to the building, so I had to switch to S mode or sport mode. But in sport mode, the aircraft is very sensitive to the throttle. Making sure the aircraft didn't drift into the building or branches while executing the camera move during the action was definitely more difficult than anticipated. Trimmed some leaves and nearly drained an entire battery to get the take I wanted. 1 of 12 shots. So what I was thinking we could do is we can actually go down to the next part because you see the deer and then we can get an overhead on this shot here.
Fly over the open space. So let's just do that.
Let me go scout this other side. The idea with this shot is to give the audience and characters some room to breathe. Up to this point in the video, everything has felt tight and a little claustrophobic. This is also where music transition happens in the video, invoking a feeling of, we got this. We're ready to journey deeper into this rabbit hole. For the next shot, we want to get some scale of the building, just, I guess, the next juncture in sort of this map of this farm colony. So we're gonna get the drone up real high. We'll have it pointed down, almost kind of like a God's eye view. And we'll try to get the actors walking into their marker. See if it works. There's all these sort of restricted zones and stuff. Originally, I wanted to compose the shot so that you see the building in the corner of the frame. But after reviewing the footage, I went with this take because the pivot of the camera just gave it more of a feeling that the characters were being watched. Next, we come across this really cool facade of a building overrun by nature. It looked quite cinematic, but shooting on a gimbal the first time around didn't do it justice at all. So we decided to reshoot with a drone. Well worth it in my opinion. Alright, so now we're getting to the good part. There's an open roof in this structure, And in our video so far, we have some shots of the talent walking out onto the open roof area, but the last time we weren't able to get certain angles where we show the wide expanse. So today, hopefully we'll try to get it with the drone.
This battery's about to die on the Sony, but that's okay.
We're gonna fly in through this thing right here.
You fly it up, drop down to the roof, taking a photo.
In the interest of conserving battery, since this was an add-on shot, I decided to just shoot this in one take. And here's how we use the shot in the final sequence. The next couple of shots is what got the band excited about coming back here again at the crack of dawn, so we definitely needed to get it right.
Alright, we need to polarize it. The sun's too strong.
Yeah. Wait, hold on.
Not yet, we didn't, when I call action.
Okay.
Nature is the best production design, as they say, and couldn't make a video of this place and not include this backdrop. Next, I wanted to get a shot of all three talent walking out onto the ledge from the floor above. While I was more concerned with finding frame, Wallie was more concerned with me not crashing the new toy, and backseat piloting per usual, since I had the obstacle avoidance turned off and didn't have any peripheral vision. Again, it was a little tricky executing the subtle camera move while keeping the drone from drifting when position lock is disabled in a tight space, but I just kept the camera rolling to get as many takes as possible until we exhausted the battery. As I'm shooting one take, I'm like, oh my god, this angle looks so much better.
Right.
And then I'm doing that take, and then I'm thinking, oh man, this other angle looks pretty good too. So many things, I'm like, It's the newbie effect of using a drone. We are walking towards the last building. It's basically the drone flying really fast in a very narrow space. So I'm not sure we can pull it off yet. We'll give it a shot. Worst case scenario, we'll get new propellers. Actually, we had 2 more shots planned for this last location, but we were in for a bit of a surprise.
Oh shit, why is that puddle right there?
Even though we came back to this last location at around the same time as the previous week, the lighting looked very different due to the days of constant rainfall and a rapid growth of all the leaves shielding the sunlight from pouring in. So this is going to be the second to last drone shot, and what we want to do here is, as the actors are walking in to the building, I want to see the drone coming over the building, almost like peering at them as they're walking inside. I had a feeling I wasn't going to love the shot, just because the lighting was so inconsistent from the previous week, coupled with the fact that I couldn't position the drone quite where I wanted it before it started to drift out of position. In order to keep it from drifting, I would have had to put it in position mode. But the problem with P mode is that with the obstacle avoidance sensor on, it wouldn't have allowed me to get that close to the building. I had to settle with tilting the camera instead of having the drone hover over the ledge, which took away the ominous factor. The propellers blowing the leaves also made it a real distraction, so ultimately, I decided to scrap the shot in post. And so onward to our last drone shot. Alright, it's alright. You guys just go down to the end. Of course, we couldn't see the finish line without also being hit with another surprise.
And I'll take off.
What? It's so weird.
Ambient light too weak. I have to take off from outside.
What about over there? There's more ambient light over there. Or maybe I shine my light on it?
Yeah.
Fool it? Okay. Because the ambient light doesn't hit the sensors, right? Is that the problem?
Even though we got the drone to take off after a few tries, flying through the entire building at the high speed I wanted was out of the question. But since it was in the air already, I figured we might as well try a very watered down version of the shot. But naturally, it didn't have the same impact. The propellers also made the whole place unbearably dusty, so we went with the alternative of shooting it on a GoPro.
I mean, if we don't use a shot of that shot, we can always use that as like a
B-roll.
B-roll.
Yeah.
It's got a Hitchcock kind of feel.
Right,
to
that's
it.
true, that's true.
I like that.
2 days of shooting. Today we tried out the drone for the first time, incorporating into a shoot. And it had some challenges, but we learned a lot, and it was definitely a fun experience. And can't wait to use the drone again. Overall, I was pleased with what we were able to capture. And if you're interested in checking out the final video, I've included a link in the descriptor below. And if you'd like to stay up to date for the latest content on the channel, be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.